But the guy that brings probably the most unsung hero-ness is Peyton McCollum, who I think people are starting to see a little bit of. He's going to go coach the quarterbacks down to East West.
Yes, he is.
But he is sort of like
by the way, if people are wondering which quarterbacks, yeah, I mean, also some others, right? Max Brosmer, Brady Cook, exciting.
Yeah, there's some guys that are worth that we got to take a look at.
Right.
But it's now he gets hands-on experience with him for a week of coaching them and teaching them and interacting. So it's great for him personally, for his development. It's great for us to have, one of our people with sort of boots on the ground in that game. And but he is a machine. And what I mean by that is the amount of work that he does sort of behind the scenes of keeping things organized for practice and cards for practice and breakdown. And, the quality control coaches, on every side of the ball are sort of your lifeblood, and no one really understands what they do or how they do it. But I will say this, it when you don't have a really good one. Everybody feels the effect of it because things aren't done the way they need to be done. But when you have a really good one, the way the process works is almost seamless because they just handle things. One of the things the quarterbacks joke about all the time is when things come up, they just start yelling to each other, just handle it. And when you got guys that can handle it, whatever comes up, they can solve problems, they can fix things. They don't need anybody to tell them what to do. They just do it. They can anticipate problems. He is one of the best ones I've been around when it comes to handling it, and being on top of it and making sure everyone has what they need. He's a fantastic young coach. And he'll get an opportunity to coach here sooner than later, but for what he does and how he does it, he's invaluable to our process, I think. And no one's going to ever give him that credit probably except for me publicly, because that's just not things that people care about as much. But man, he's really, really, really good at what he does, and he's a tremendous asset to us on offense.
If you're part of the Tennessee faithful, you know just how many years the Titans have shaved off your life with the emotional roller coaster of sports. Or maybe the roller coaster of life is messing with your happiness or preventing you from achieving your goals. The new year is a blank space for you to write a new story. BetterHelp makes it easier to get started. They are our incredible sponsor for this video. Regardless, if you have a clinical mental health issue like depression or anxiety, or if you're just a human going through a hard time, therapy can give you the tools you need to approach your life in a very different way. That's where our sponsor, BetterHelp, comes into play. BetterHelp's mission is to make therapy more affordable and more accessible. And this is an important mission because finding a therapist can be really hard, especially when you're limited to the options in your area. Easily switch therapists anytime at no extra cost if it's not the right fit. BetterHelp's platform makes finding a therapist easier because it's online and remote. BetterHelp can match you to a professional therapist in as little as a few days. Plus, with our link, you get 10% off your first month. Start fresh any day of the year with BetterHelp. Click the link in the description or go to betterhelp.com/ATOZ sports and get 10% off your first month of therapy with BetterHelp.